Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I am finally going to be doing my top 10 worst movies of 2016. Now, before I actually get into the honorable mentions and the actual list, there are two things I do need to say right now. First off, I haven't seen every single movie this year, so there is a bunch of shit that I kind of skipped over because I didn't feel like watching it at any point during last year. So, yeah. The second part is that not every movie I'm going to be naming in my list, whether it be an honorable mention or on the actual top 10 list, not every movie is actually on the channels. Thus, there are going to be a few movies that the reviews aren't in the channel. That's either because I haven't had time to make them at the moment, or, well, yeah, it's basically that I just haven't had time to make them at the moment, and I really don't want to make this video way too into 2017, like in February, halfway through February, when I'm most likely gonna get all these reviews done. But I still wanna, I wanna get this sometime early in February and January. Sorry, so halfway through January, I think is the best time right now. And yeah, just remember, I haven't put the reviews for every single movie here, and for those that I haven't made the review for yet, I will say during that part of the video. So yeah, so this is just the intro. Now let's get on to the honorable mentions. Okay, so the honorable mentions, just go over them very fast, were 9 Lives, Allegiant, Max Steel, The Forest, and Prescription Thugs. The only one out of the honorable mentions that doesn't have a review up yet is Allegiant, and I think 9 Lives, I need to double check, but yeah. So, number 10 is X-Men Apocalypse, and this wasn't necessarily a bad film, it was just really, really, really disappointing. I mean, between the films we've had from the new trilogy, so, X-Men Days of Future Past and X-Men First Class, this to be kind of the finale in that trilogy is just kind of disappointing in my opinion, because X-Men First Class was so great, and X-Men Days of Future Past was probably one of the better X-Men films there was, in my opinion. It's not as good as First Class, in my opinion, but it was still pretty good as far as X-Men standard scope. And then you got X-Men Apocalypse. It was just kind of thrown out there, in my opinion. It was a good film, but as far as, X-Men standards and all that, it could have been a lot better, in my opinion. That's basically my point with it. My problem with it. It's just really, really disappointing. And, yeah. On to number 9. Number 9, Natural Born Pranksters. So yeah, there's actually a bunch of YouTube movies that came out this year. Most of it had to do because of YouTube Red. There's a Superwoman vlog type of documentary that came out this year, and I think BF versus GF also had their own thing and stuff like that. So there's a bunch of YouTube movies and TV shows coming out this year, and this is really the only one I actually wanted to watch, in my opinion. And although I enjoyed it for what it was just really not bland per se, but it's one of those things that if you watch their channels, if you watch Roman Atwood's, Vitalis, and I forgot the other guy, Roadies, if you watch their channels already, you more or less knew how this movie was going to be. And also, it's kind of in the vein of Jackass, and I'm not really that huge of a fan of Jackass. So it's one of those things, I kind of knew what I was getting myself into. I just kind of wish that most of the behind the scenes for this movie wasn't on Roman Atwood's vlog channel or Vitalis or Roadies. And that's really my problem with it, that most of the behind the scenes stuff, I already know about it. Most of these, like half of these jokes are online already, and that's basically my major problem with it. So Natural Born Pranksters is at number 9. Number 8, Central Intelligence. Now, you could say a lot of stuff about Kevin Hart. I actually find him an actually decent comedy actor. I feel like he's an actually pretty comedic guy, in my opinion. Dwayne The Rock Johnson's actually one of my favorite actors of all time. Not top 10 per se, maybe like top 20 for sure though. So, yeah, but here, I think this is like one of the few movies that they made. First off, they made Kevin Hart actually pretty good in a somewhat dramatic comedy role, but that's besides the point. But the major problem with this movie is The Rock. He's just really annoying, in my opinion, and it's really hard to make The Rock annoying, in my opinion. So the fact that they actually made him as annoying as they can, and succeeded was, well, congratulations, he's still an annoying piece of shit. So, yeah, and also the plot twist at the end made no sense. It was kind of like one of those things like, hey, we need an ending. How's about we just cover it up in a plot twist, right? Okay, what's the plot twist? Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Okay, sure, whatever. Let's just bullshit, because this needs to get out in theaters this year, so it could be on Daniel Mart's top 10 worst films of the year. Okay, is that the ending we're going for? Is that the ending we're going for? Okay, come on, let's shoehorn this bullshit in and fuck it. And that's basically how I felt. Now on to, what are we, number 7? Yeah. Ghostbusters 2016 edition. Okay, and to think that 2015 had some pretty awful remakes, but holy shit, even Terminator Genesis wasn't this bad. Fuck. I mean, first off, the drama before this movie even came out was complete bullshit. Either it's like this: if you wanted to watch this movie, you were against the original films because there's 2 of them, whatever. So if you wanted to actually watch this movie, and if you ended up liking it, once it came out, then you were betraying the original movies. However, if you didn't want to watch this, and if you hated it afterwards, you were a sexist. There's like literally no winning here. So the bullshit behind that was fucking annoying to begin with, okay? And it just wasn't really that good. I mean, Chris Hemsworth, he's a likable actor, but similar to The Rock. I mean, Chris Hemsworth isn't one of my favorite actors of all time, but he's still a pretty likable guy. But they made him straight up annoying in this movie, so that's my first problem. And then everything besides, I mean, Melissa McCarthy, she's hit or miss for me in my opinion. Leslie Mann, the cast was okay. There's no reason to remake Ghostbusters, and that's the thing. And now I'm going to be called a sexist, so fuck me. Number 6. Okay, this one I'm going to get hate for, but The Jungle Book. Also the 2016 edition, or 2016 remake. Now, before you guys start calling me a fanboy of the original Jungle Book, I reviewed the original Jungle Book on my channel, I think a week or 2 before I actually watched this movie, and although I liked the animated version, it's not one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. I think maybe top 20, but whatever. It's whatever, okay? I thought, yeah, it's good, it's fun, but does it need a remake? Maybe not. After watching this, maybe not. And everybody's saying, oh my gosh, the special effects and all this is so amazing. It's some of the best things we've seen since Planet of the Apes or whatever. I'm like, I'll admit, it's some good special effects, but there's moments you can tell, at least in my opinion, there's moments you can tell where the special effects aren't all there. And, I mean, that's besides the point. I mean, I just didn't buy into the whole hype. I mean, yes, I'll admit, as a movie, it is well made. It's well shot. It is for the most part well acted. It has pretty good special effects. I just didn't care for the movie, and that's my major issue with this movie. I just did not give a shit. And I'm like, okay, it's a well-made movie. I still don't see why they had to remake it. And, I mean, at least the Ghostbusters has a somewhat okay, alright excuse as to why they had to remake Ghostbusters. Okay? This one, not really, which is why it's higher up on the list. And yeah, I will say though, I'm surprised it's not lower on the list. I didn't expect it to be this high. I actually expected it to be much lower, but this is where it ended up being, so yeah. The Jungle Book, 2016 edition, number 5. Number 5 is Neighbors 2 Sorority Rising. Talk about shitty comedy. Holy shit, I thought Central Intelligence was bad. Now we had this piece of garbage. I mean, the first Neighbors is a fun, disposable comedy. And even after that, I really don't care for it that much, to be completely honest. But now we have this. Zac Efron, pretty likable guy. Is it gonna save this movie? Seth Rogen, another likable guy. Sure as fucking gonna save this movie. So, now what do we rely on? Chloe Grace Moretz and her 2 knockoff actress friends? Yeah, no thank you. Go back to Kick-Ass, right? I mean, that's where she's from. So, I mean, it was just a remake, which is funny. It was a remake of the original, when the original wasn't that good to begin with. And now we're here in the 5th worst movie of this year, according to me. Number 4. Number 4, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. Okay, zombie. I think the zombie genre is the genre I think I give the most lax to. That I'm the most. I don't give a shit. Just give me a good, fun zombie movie. I don't give a shit if it has shit acting. I don't give a shit if the settings are a bunch of fucking cardboards. Okay, I don't give a shit if the sound mixing is fucking terrible. But as long as you can give me some pretty fun zombie kills, I'm gonna have a fucking great time. And they couldn't even do that right. Holy shit. And where do I start? I mean, okay, let's start off with the acting since we're gonna start off with that. Pretty fucking shit. I mean, goddamn. And the zombies. I mean, this was a gimmick film. Okay, that's basically. I mean, yes, I know it's based on a book called Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. Okay, that's actual book, but it was kind of gimmicky in my opinion because you only really had like one pretty fun action scene with a zombie at the beginning. One more like 20 or 30 minutes in, and then the last maybe 10 minutes was all zombies as well. 10 to 20 minutes was all zombies as well, and everything in between was just a bunch of the actual Pride and Prejudice bullshit. It was like, oh my gosh, let's see, who are you gonna marry? Are you gonna marry the bounty hunter or the war general? Let's see, that's pretty interesting. I mean, he is pretty cute, but then so is he's pretty cute, but he's kind of gloomy, and he's pretty cute. And then they tried to make this twist, which didn't. I mean, it made sense, I guess, but not really. Who gives a shit? So, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. Number 2, 3, 2, 3. We're on number 3. Okay. We're on number 3. Let's just get to it. Alice Through the Looking Glass. Number 3. I feel bad for Alan Rickman, to be honest, because believe it or not, I think this is his last film, or second to last film. This is one of Alan Rickman's last films. He was the caterpillar or butterfly or whatever, I forget his name, but in the movie. But it's sad that one of the greatest actors of all time, who died last year, has to die with this shit of a fucking movie. And that's not even the first reason I hate this movie. Now, I typically go easy on Tim Burton movies. I don't think he directed this one. I think he just produced it, but still, I typically tend to go a bit easier on them because I like Tim Burton as a director, or producer, whatever. But this was just garbage. I mean, it's again the twist. The twist for this one actually made sense, to be honest. That I will give her credit for that. The twist for this one actually made sense, unlike some of the other twists we had in the past fucking movies I mentioned. It just didn't do it well, and it was just kind of all over the place, and it made no sense. And the Red Queen, you don't really give a shit, to be honest. She's annoying. So, the characters are annoying, and by that logic, the whole story is annoying, and you just don't give a shit about the characters and the plot and the fucking time travel bullshit, and who gives a fuck. I will say, if any bullshit twist tried to make sense, it was this one, and it probably did the best in my opinion, but fuck it, whatever. Where are we now? Oh yeah, number 2. Let's see what this is. Pop star. Never stop, never stop. Well, what kind of fucking title is that to begin with? Okay, I know they're trying to spoof the Justin Bieber song or documentary, Don't Never Stop or some shit like that. I don't give a shit. Andy Samberg, who gives a fuck, in my opinion? I don't like most of these SNL movies. Here's the thing. I don't give a shit about SNL to begin with. So, yeah, the songs were annoying. I didn't give a shit about any of the cameos. Like, Seal was here. Okay, get mauled by a fucking, what was it, wolf? Who gives a shit? Andy Samberg is a dumbass singer. I don't fucking know. Can't we just get Miley Cyrus or Justin Bieber to do that? Who gives a fuck? I mean, And again, this is another movie that everybody was fucking praising to the goddamn lords when this movie came out. And I'm like, what the? Did we watch the same movie? Because I'm pretty sure I just wasted my time here. I watched a pile of shit develop into a fucking mockumentary bullshit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised this isn't number 1. However, I watched one movie that made me want to kill myself more than I wanted here. So let's just go over the list very fast. Honorable mentions, just go over them. 9 Lives, Allegiant, Max Steel, The Forest, and Prescription Thugs. Number 10 is X-Men Apocalypse. Number 9, Natural Born Pranksters. Number 8, Central Intelligence. Number 7, Ghostbusters 2016. Number 6, The Jungle Book 2016. Number 5, Neighbors 2 Sorority Rising. Number 4, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. Number 3, Alice Through the Looking Glass. And number 2, Popstar Never Stop, Never Stopping. By the way, out of all those movies, the only one I have yet to post a review for is actually Allegiant. So, yeah, besides the point, what is my number 1? Which movie did I want to kill myself more than this goddamn piece of shit? It's Norm of the fucking North. Fuck me. Okay, how is that had more fun in a bullshit zombie movie, a SNL skit, basically, a talking cat movie, a bullshit superhero movie, 2 of them actually, okay, if you include Max Steel as a superhero movie, a really preachy ass drug movie called Prescription Thugs, and 3 remakes, plus Jackass 3.5 and Central Intelligence, and Alice Through the Looking Glass. How the fuck is it that all those movies managed to entertain me more than Norm of the fucking North? Straight up, animated movies next to zombie movies are probably the easiest ones where I am entertained. Okay, but fuck me. And I thought Prescription Thugs had a preachy ass fucking service announcement about bullshit going on in our lives. No, it's fucking Norm of the North. An animated movie with Rob Schneider that was supposed to go direct to DVD back in 1999. Actually, it would have been VHS, but besides the point, why was this made? I have no fucking idea. Why is it preaching that shit? It's basically trying to say, hey, global warming's a thing, so fucking plant trees and bullshit and save the polar bears. Who gives a fuck? I mean, yes, I get it. Global warming's a big thing. We need to save the polar bears and the polar ice caps. Yeah, I get that. Whatever. There's other movies who did that completely better, in my opinion. Watch the Leonardo DiCaprio documentary. I can't think of it right now, but besides the point, that's a better message than whatever Norm of the fucking North. And then, don't even get me up. Sorry, the voice acting was shit. The animation was the epitome of fucking shit. I mean, I don't know which one has worse animation. Food Fights or Norm of the North. And Food Fights another piece of shit. Okay, so yeah, take that as well. I mean, honestly, I have no idea what the fuck I watched. And I very rarely am I embarrassed to watch a movie. I'm embarrassed that I watched this movie. Straight up, I think I've only went in theaters. In theaters, that's the thing. Sadly, I watched this in theaters. I think there's only been one other time I've been embarrassed to watch a movie in theaters. And that was another piece of shit called Four Blood Moons. So, okay, that's basically the top 10. Just to go over them again, honorable mentions are going to be Allegiant, 9 Lives, Max Steel, The Forest, and Prescription Thugs. Number 10 is going to be X-Men Apocalypse. Number 9, Natural Born Killers. Number 8, Central Intelligence. Ghostbusters 2016 is number 7. Number 6 is The Jungle Book 2016. Number 5 will be Neighbors 2 Sorority Rising. Number 4 is Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. Number 3 is Alice Through the Looking Glass. Number 2 is Popstar Never Stop, Never Stopping. And number 1 is Norm of the Bullshit fucking North. Congratulations. Kill me now. Hopefully, I never have to watch any of these films again. And, yeah. Actually, maybe X-Men Apocalypse, because X-Men, that's really it. But, aside from that, I can't really think of watching, again, any of these movies, to be honest. Or at least willingly. Actually, how's about that? I can't, aside from maybe X-Men Apocalypse, I can't really see myself buying any of these movies. Okay, how's about that? That's basically it for now. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. My top 10 best films of 2016 should be coming soon, give or take 2 or 3 days after this video, maybe, let's see. And yeah, that's basically it for now. Subscribe, comment down below, like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.